It is Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. We are going to do a reading for all of the signs for the week beginning Monday, the 2nd of September, 2019. Everything will be time-stamped in the first pinned comment as well as in the description, so hop to your moon and rising signs as well, because it's a quickie reading just for a little pick-me-up to see what we've got going on this week. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you'd like a personal or a private reading. Otherwise, let's just get to the Aries watchers. Aries, you've got the World and the Two of Cups. Okay, I love to see these together because this is all about you having opportunities. And here, a lot of times people think this is about like romantic stuff, but when I see this together, I see often you and like your spiritual self. And so kind of what I'm seeing here is that the opportunities for you are kind of endless for you to kind of grow yourself spiritually this week. There's going to be some opportunity that comes your way that allows you to grow like in a different direction. Be open to that. Be open to something different, something new. You see like this person is like naked here. It's almost like a brand new, like a rebirth kind of thing. Just it's about you looking in a different direction spiritually and maybe adding something to your repertoire, trying something different, meditation, who knows, whatever it is, be really open. Now this is kind of weird because you have the sun, and the sun is, you got the naked baby thing again here, right? And you got this brand new day. The sun is about a brand new start, a brand new day. So there's something new on your spiritual path that's coming toward you this week. So be open to that. Be kind of looking out for that. And take advantage when it comes, because it's going to be something completely different. And then you also had the Hermit come up. And I love the Hermit in this situation too, because it's about taking the time away so that you can process this. A lot of times spiritual growth happens when we're kind of on our own. Like we need that time to retreat and sort of digest everything that's going on. So take that time away. Like I said, look for the opportunities, embrace them, try some different stuff. You know what? You may be like, I don't like this. Okay, next. What's next? Move on to the next thing. But be open to some new and different things this week. As far as your spiritual walk in the spiritual path that you're on, okay? All right, we're going to move on to our Taurus watchers. What do we have for Taurus? A lot of energy is what we seem to have. You got the Four of Cups here. You are over something, and the Fool. Yeah, you're over whatever this is and done. And you're like, yup. Thanks a lot. I'm out the door. I got something new to do. The Fool, you are stepping out on your own new path. You're doing your own thing. Whatever, like this, I see this as like some kind of drama, some kind of nonsense that somebody wants to give you. And you're like, you know what? I'm over it. I'm done with it. I'm moving on. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do some new stuff. I've got some plans. So thanks anyway, but no thanks. I'm out of here. I don't know what you're out of here moving toward, but you definitely are on the road to doing something different. Whatever this was going on before is just something. Yeah, you got the Queen of Cups here too. And Queen of Cups, extremely nurturing, extremely loving and caring. I think you have put whatever you can put into some certain situation, and now you're like, yeah, I'm done. I've given you everything I can give you. I've given you love and opportunities and chances and whatever that is, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna walk away and do me. I just like threw half the deck on the bed here, so I guess we'll just, there we go, we got one. Ooh, look at that. And you've got the King of Swords. The King of Swords is like the ultimate judge, right? One of them, at least. And, he's just, this is right, this is wrong. And I think that you may need a little bit of his help to get out of this situation. Being that you have the Queen of Cups, there's a softness you feel toward the situation, but really, truly, you are done. And so it is time to cut ties there, just thanks anyways, but no thanks. I've given you the love I can give you. I've given the situation the love I can give, and I have nothing left. So I'm going to strike out on my own and do my own thing. So thanks anyways, but I'm out of here. And that King of Swords he will help you make that very blunt cut to just kind of cut that away. All right. Moving on to our Geminis. What do we have for Gemini? Gemini, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. You guys are always working hard. And the High Priestess. Okay, you are you are in your own kind of headspace, it feels like you're just kind of doing your own thing and you're seeing results and rewards. You're seeing that, but honestly, you're so busy with what you're doing, kind of what's around you is really not important to you. And like I see, you got these pentacles are just stacking up all over the place. You're killing the game in some respect. There's something you're working on and you're just killing it. So I would love to know kind of what that is. This is career, money, finance, physicality, any your environment, your home, whatever you have set your mind to right now, you are just going for it. And you also have the High Priestess. High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the whole deck. So you know, like, you don't need me or anyone to tell you that what you're doing is good. You know what you're doing. Like, you know what you're doing. You know where your energy is focused, and you don't need anybody to like back you up in that. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you know that you know that you know. That's kind of the situation that you're in. It's not that you aren't willing to hear about other things from people or you aren't interested. You just are doing your own thing right now, and that's totally okay, because I think you're going to reap some major benefits of that. Let's get a couple other cards just to give us some info here. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, you may be working really hard to avoid a situation too. Knight of Cups is like a rush of emotion. Knights are bringers. They bring energy, and this is a lot of emotional energy. So you could, and like I said, being that you have this High Priestess, this super intuitive card, you probably know exactly what this is, but it could be that you're working really, really hard to kind of avoid having to deal with or feel some kind of other stuff that's going on. And you know what, Gemini, you're an air sign, I'm an air sign. That's kind of how we do that. You know, like a lot of emotion sometimes is very difficult for us to process at times, and when it whooshes in, sometimes we can redirect ourselves to work or whatever. And you know what, your higher good, your intuition is kind of guiding you in that direction, and if that's the case, fine, whatever. I mean, you got to do things, you got to do you know. The other card you have coming up, I love this, is the Page of Swords. And pages are bringers of messages. This is a message to use your logical brain. And like I said, in coming here with this High Priestess, it's telling you, you know what, I know what's right for you right now. I know how to handle this situation. We're just going to work. We're going to accomplish things. We're going to, make sure that we have, let me see, how do I say this? Make sure that we have a goal that we can like put our hands on, and make sure that we can see the rewards and the work we've done. And that's what you're doing right now, and that's perfectly okay. If that is helping you cope with whatever that thing is, or you're going to process it later, totally cool. Might want to watch your moon and rising sign to get a little more info on that, just for the future. Okay, now we're also going to move on to Cancer. Let's see what we've got for our Cancerians. Three of Wands and Death. Okay, you're looking towards your future. This is not this is like long range plans. This is not like, what am I going to do this weekend? This is like that moment I had to see with like deep thought, you know, like this is like a deep thought, and I don't mean to be joking about it, because I'm not. It's just kind of the way I say things, but it's like you're having some deep thoughts about your future. What do I want? What am I looking for? What do I really want out of life? Like, this is like you're having major thoughts. We're headed into the last quarter of the year. That happens. What have I accomplished this year? Where am I going? And you also have the Death card, which is saying it's time to let something go, and you know it. And I think that's what it is that there is something that is not supposed to be part of your long range plan, and you actually know this. And I think you're just trying to process it. That's all. And that's okay. You don't have to be harsh with yourself about it, but I do know that there is something that has run its course. That's what I'm hearing. It's run its course, and you know it. So whatever this is, it's not going to be part of this long-range plan that you're making here. And it may have come to the point now where it is time to set this free. Whatever this is, it's just time for it to go. You can say thank you so much for what I've learned, and I'm not going to bring you with me. You do have Four of Swords. Time for a little bit of we want to want to be sure to say swords are about logical thought. Okay, you are a water sign, so you do tend to play toward your emotions. How do I feel? This is not about how you feel. This is, you're looking at what are my long range plans going to be like, and then you have this Four of Swords, which says I need to think logically. I need to step back and think logically about what is good for me, what I can and cannot handle in my life going forward. Okay. And that's like I'm saying, it's logical. It's almost like when somebody says it's business, not personal. That's kind of what's going on here. It's time to let go of something. It's not a personal decision. It's just not right for you anymore, and you know it. So don't get all twisted up emotionally about it. This isn't an emotional thing. This is just like I said, when people say it's business, not personal, that's what it is. Let's see what we get. Oh, look at that. And you get the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is an opportunity to really be logical. And I think combined with this Death card, it's really saying like, you know this is not for you anymore. This is, your logical brain says this is not a good thing anymore, and you can't continue with that. And it's okay. Like I said, sometimes we can say, you know what, thank you for what I've learned. I appreciate the time that I had with you or this situation, whatever it could be. Even if like maybe you're selling your house and you're feeling weird about it, it's time to let it go. This is just an example, but I'm just saying whatever, it can be a thing, a person, a place, whatever it is, it's time to thank it and let it move on. Okay? All right, Cancer, we're just gonna thank it and let it go. You might want to watch your moon and rising. I always say that, but I try to remind you, especially when it's something kind of deep like that. All right, we're gonna head to our Leos. What do we have for our Leos? Beginning of September, starting out the week. The High Priestess. And this will not come out of here. And the Two of Cups. I want to say Aries had something similar to this, but watch your moon and rising, because it may spark something else in you. But oftentimes when I see this, and especially given the energy right now, I see this as like you and like your spiritual path, self, growth, walk, all this stuff. Now you have the High Priestess, most intuitive card in the entire deck. When you see her, it says deep down what you need to do. So I think that there's something, an opportunity perhaps coming toward you to grow spiritually, to grow in some way that is not necessarily tangible. Like I said, it's almost like you getting to know the more spiritual side of yourself. And I mean, you could be already very spiritual, but there's always more to learn. So I would take that look inside, deep inside, and say, the first thing you think of, like, example, like let's just say that you don't care about crystals, you don't care about any of that nonsense, or like whatever, it's silly, I don't care about it, but you have this nudge, like I wonder what that's for. You know what? Then that's what you're going to explore. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be anything big and huge. It doesn't have to be any kind of big crazy like ceremony, but it can, but it doesn't have to be. So just kind of take a look inside and say, what am I curious about? What do I want to learn about? What do I see as something different? Now, you have the King of Pentacles coming up too, and that's a very interesting card with all of this. And I think it's saying kind of like, part of you is afraid you're going to get real woo-woo. Like, you don't want to be, like, looked at like you're not, like you're in La La Land, okay? But with this King of Pentacles, that's never going to happen. You can still be a stable, productive member of society and have your own kind of spiritual life, spiritual path, have different thoughts about that. You don't have to abandon one for the other. And this is crazy because you also have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a measured amount of success. So I think what I'm seeing here truly is that you need to really follow your intuition about something that's on a path, on your spiritual path, something you're interested in, something that you want to learn about, do. It can't just be something that's going to help you grow, but either way, it's going to increase your stability and your success when it comes to like your business and your business life or your financial life environment, that kind of thing. So I think that's a very interesting tie-in, that your spiritual life is tied to your financial life, your personal happiness, your tangible success. So I'm very interested to hear what you have going on. I would definitely watch your moon and rising sign for that. See what's going on, okay? All right, we're going to head to our Virgos. What do we have for Virgo heading into this first week of September? Virgo, 9 of Wands, and where is it? Right here in the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you are on a precipice. You are hesitating. You are like, whoa, put the freaking brakes on right about now. I think you have spread yourself a little bit thin, and you can see that you have all these opportunities here. This Wheel of Fortune is about good stuff coming, but you're like, if I take on anything else, what's going to happen? Am I going to overburden myself? And you know what, Virgo, that is very smart. And of course, leave it to the Virgos. It doesn't surprise me. You don't want to get yourself over-involved in too many things to where you can't handle what you've got going on. And it's like you do that to yourself a lot, and then you back way up and cut it all off. And that's what kind of, I think, you don't want to do that this time. You just want to move forward in a more calm manner, okay? Now, the Wheel of Fortune is, yes, your luck is changing, good things are coming, but that's because of the good decisions that you make. And especially with this 9 of Wands, it is saying, be really careful what you involve yourself in. The card after the 9 is the 10, where you see the person burdened and bent over and, heavy. And that's not what you want. So be really mindful when you see these opportunities and things come toward you. Is this going to be a burden to me, or is this going to increase me? And I think that's really the case that we're looking at. And I love this because you have the 9 of Wands again. So really saying, it's a catch-22, because you don't want to be like a prisoner of fear and of taking on too much and being burdened and yada yada, but you also don't want to overburden yourself. So I think it's just about taking some time and really evaluating what you have going on, what you have coming toward you, and what's worth including in your life, and what is just something you can pass on for now, because the good choices you make give you this good luck of the whole Wheel of Fortune, right? It's not about the universe just barfing good luck on random people. It's because you make good choices. And Virgo, that's one of your strong points. Now, you also have the 6 of Pentacles, Earth signs. You are the Pentacles. You got balance right here, right? You've got this whole ebony and ivory thing going on down here. You've got all of this. If you see in this big deck, the traditional deck, you will see too that it's often about giving back. It's all about a balance. You don't want to abandon that you can give back, that you can be abundant, that you can contribute to society and create a nice harmonious balance in your life by overburdening yourself. But you also don't want to miss out, because sometimes you do have to step out of this a little bit and take that chance so that you can have this abundance. But you know what, Virgo, you usually are really good about knowing what is the right move and what is the wrong move, and you have a lot of self-control when it comes to this kind of stuff too. So watch your moon and rising and let me know what's going on. All right, we'll move on to our Libras. What do we have going on for our Libras? We have got the 6 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. All right, Libra, you are having a certain amount of success. And I think it's funny. I'm feeling like, okay, you're an air sign, I'm an air sign, so I can say this. I'm feeling like you're like, oh, I feel like I want to help people. Ugh. Like, okay, now I'm not saying that all the air signs are cold-hearted. I'm just saying a lot of times in your head, you're like, that's a great idea. And then it comes to doing it and you're like, oh, can I just write them a check? I don't really want to help anybody. And you know what? Don't beat yourself up and don't get mad at me either, because you know it's true. But anyways, like I said, I'm an earth sign. I'm an air sign. I'm sorry. I can say that. Okay. But like, you have your judgment coming through. Okay. You've got this Knight of Swords who's like, whoa, hold the fort before you give everything away. Whoa, I do feel like you've experienced a certain amount of success, and there is something that you do want to give back, and that's cool. You just want to use good judgment when you do it. You don't want to lose your mind, okay? You don't want to just, go crazy. And I think you know what I'm saying here. Like, I think you know that I'm not being mean or disrespectful or whatever. I'm just saying, like, before you give it all away, you just want to make sure that you're using your head, okay? Make sure that you have taken care of your own needs, and then give away whatever you want, okay? But really be careful what you give away. It doesn't have to be money. It can be just your time. It can be overcommitting yourself. It can be any of that stuff. So don't think it's just like you have to be selfish and, you know, not help anybody. I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying don't overdo it. You also have the King of Pentacles. So you definitely are on a path of being very, very successful. And I do think that giving back increases that success that you have, because it eliminates a feeling of lack when you know you've got enough to give back. So I would just like be moderate, and that's what's going on here. That's why you have that Knight of Swords, just to remind you, hey, make sure that you are still able to provide for yourself, and that you, like, you know, and even if it's like just your time and not money, just make sure that you can still take care of what you need to take care of, and you're not going to overextend yourself. Okay, let's just get one more card here for our Libras. Yeah, you've got Judgment. How funny, I even said, like, this is good judgment, right? Do what you can do, and know that that's what you can do, and set your mind to that and be okay with it. And like, if other people don't like it or whatever, that's really not your problem. You're going to do what you can do, what works for you, and what other people say, think, or do about it, really, it's over and done. You know, like when you bring something to judgment, it's over and done, and you can't do anything about it. So you do you, and whatever comes of it is whatever comes of it. It really has, once you hands off of it, it's not your problem anymore. Okay? All right, we'll move on to our Scorpios. What do we have for our Scorpios heading into this first week of September? Scorpios, Temperance. You guys have had a little bit of a rough go of it. Yeah, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. This is saying, listen, you may have made a couple mistakes. It's time to really not, like, beat yourself up over it, okay? Like, Temperance, you guys are the water signs. This is about being on an even keel, kind of keeping the emotions and everything balanced. Don't let yourself get overridden with guilt and, like I said, beating yourself up, making mistakes, whatever. Even though these are the Pentacles, this card is very emotional, and it often comes up with the Cups anyways. It's a very emotional card because it's about coming from a place of lack, not having, and how do you feel when you're locked out, not like everybody else, away from the group, away from the crowd. And that's like I'm saying, before you take yourself down a road of like, I can't believe I'm so stupid, I can't believe I did this, I can't believe I made this mistake, I can't believe I did that, just stop yourself and say, would you treat another person, would you treat another person this way? You know, just think about that. This is not, I just feel like some of you are just beating yourselves up for bad decisions. Now, this is really interesting. You have the Seven of Swords, and this is a part of the reason why I don't want you to beat yourself up for making a decision that maybe didn't make you so happy, okay? Because you didn't have all the information. You just didn't know. And when you know better, you do better. And that's what I want you to remember. When you know better, you do better. Now, you also have the World coming up right here. And the World is saying, listen, you can operate from a place of lack, or you can operate from a place of, I have everything available to me. It's a choice. And there's a balance here. And again, with this balance, you have everything's available to me. I have nothing. I'm locked in the cold. Okay. Like I said, just remember, you didn't have all the information when you made the choices that you made that were unfortunate. And if you can remember that, I think you're going to feel much, much better about that. Okay. So just don't beat yourself up, all right? All right, we're going to go on to our Sagittarians. What do we have for our Sagittarians? Nine of Cups, Sagittarius. Okay, you have, I cannot get a card out of it, all right. And the Queen, yes, it is the Queen of Wands. Okay, first of all, you are the Queen of Wands, so I love that for you Sagittarians. And the Nine of Cups is about wishes and dreams being fulfilled, feeling really, really good, almost like you're coming back into your own. The Queen of Wands just does whatever she does. She does not care what anyone thinks. She is not trying to hurt people. She's not trying to be mean, inconsiderate, rude, etc., but she just does her. She just does her thing. She does what she's going to do, and that's just kind of the way she is. But I think allowing yourself the opportunity to really come into your own in this way is fulfilling to you. And I just, you guys have been through a bunch lately too, and I'm really happy to see this. That it's okay just to be you. It's okay to just do you the way that you do you. And if nobody likes it, it's really not your problem. Really, really not your problem. Just trying to get a couple other cards here for you. Making a big mess. I've thrown the deck like halfway across the room earlier. Ooh, you've got the Fool. Yeah, you're going your own way. You're going your own direction. And you know, it's I'm hearing finally, I feel like you've been trying really hard to do what everybody thinks you should do and to do what everybody thinks is right and what everybody thinks is the best thing. Like you've just been trying to do all of that, and it didn't work. So you go your own way. You kind of, walk in your own purpose, and you get this fulfillment. And that's the thing here. The Fool is about stepping out, doing your own thing, and then you get, I love this, the Ace of Swords, the opportunity to use your brain and do what is right for you. And it's the Ace of Swords is like right is right and wrong is wrong. And there's, and what's right for you is you being who you are. It's not being somebody else to benefit another person or to be what someone thinks you should be. It's being true to yourself. And I really feel like that is the theme for you this week, is just to be really true to yourself. Do you go your own way, do your own thing, and people will follow suit. And if they don't, really, who cares? Okay, who cares? Let's move on to our Capricorns. What do we have for Capricorn? Capricorn, Seven of Swords. What have you gotten yourself into? And the Sun. All right, Capricorn. I feel like you are coming out of the darkness from something. There was something that you did not have all the information on, and I think you felt very much in darkness. Like, why don't I understand? I don't know why this is happening. How can I make this different? I want this to be different, and it wasn't happening for you. But I do see here with the Sun, it's almost like you're waking up now, and you can see everything for what it is. So I feel like you are truly coming out of the darkness of something. There was something that was burdening you, plaguing you, bothering you, and you knew you didn't quite have all of the information to understand. And now you can see what's going on. Like, you are waking up to this brand new day, and you're like, I get it. And look at this, the Eight of Swords. So you've gone from the 7 to the 8, but the 8 is about a prison of your own making, and that's how you freed yourself. Because this is about, like, her just pulling her shoulders in, letting those ropes fall down, right? And then taking the blindfold off and walking away. Nobody's imprisoning her. She's kind of made this prison her own. And this could have just been you pulling back emotionally from people. This could be all different things, but whatever it was, you realized, I'm sequestering myself away. I don't even really know all of the reasons I'm doing it, but I'm going to find out why. And I feel like you really are going to set yourself free here, and it makes me so happy. You also have the High Priestess, and you know what? You know that now is the time. Like, this is the most intuitive card of the entire deck, and you know that now everything is okay. Like, it's time. Like, you've done your time over here. You kind of had your blindfold on. You did your hiding away thing, but now you know where you're going, why you're going there. This has all been made clear, and you're on the right path. So I'm loving that for you, Capricorn. I really am. That is very exciting. That's going to be one of my favorite readings for this week. All right, we'll move on to our Aquarians. What do we have for our Aquarians? Aquarius. Ooh, long range plans. 3 and the 7. All right. You are trying to make all these long-range plans. You would like to plan out the rest of your life tomorrow. Get it all planned out, and then you don't have to worry about anything, right? I'm an Aquarius. I get that. I have these moments where I want to plan everything out forever so I don't have to think about it again. But this is the 7 here. You don't have all the information. You can't plan it all out because you don't know what the heck you're doing. So just stop. And like I said, I'm an Aquarius, so I can say that. I can be harsh with us. You don't have all of the information. You are an air sign. You're the Swords, right? So hello, this is you. You know that you don't have all the information, but yet you're trying to force this long-range plan. Sometimes you've just got to let things happen. And I hate this for us, okay? I hate it. You do have the Strength card. You are incredibly strong. And you will overcome this urge to control and manipulate the whatever future outcome you're trying to have. I have cards flying everywhere, but I do have one all alone, and it is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're getting a message here. And the Pentacles are your career, money, finance. You would like to have this all planned out and said and done because you're thinking, well, I know the right thing to do. Let me just do this, and I'll get it all situated. It'll be perfect. It'll be great, and it'll be awesome. But with this 7 of Swords, it's saying, listen, I'm telling you there's some stuff coming for you, but you don't have all the information. You can't plan the rest of your life out right now. So it's just the way it is. You're going to have to take a deep breath, Plan what you can plan, entertain some different options, and I think that what will help you through this is to entertain other options, write out all different scenarios, and just say, okay, whatever works, but these are the different scenarios that could happen, just almost like a placeholder to keep you from like being frustrated, okay? You can't plan it all out tomorrow. You can prepare yourself for the different outcomes, so work on that versus planning the rest of your life. All right, we'll head to our Pisces people. What do we have going on for Pisces? We have got this one, the Death card, and Page of Wands. All right, Pisces, this is very simple. The pages bring messages, wands are action, okay? This is the Death card is not something bad. It's just saying it's time to let something go. There is something that you are like, I hate to say this. It's like you just keep barfing it up over and over and over. You know, this is happening. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Let me talk about this upsetting thing, this upsetting thing, this upsetting. It's like you just keep ruminating over this situation over and over. This page is here. Pages bring messages. It is time to take action. It is time to be done with whatever this is. Let it go. It's over. You can't do a thing about it. You've got the King of Wands as well. And the King of Wands just goes, you know what? I'm going to do me. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to be happy and whatever. And I think that's all you can do in this situation is just, they say like your best revenge, and I hate the word revenge, but your best revenge is just to live well and be well and do you. And that king embodies that. You know, he's charismatic and charming, and people just really love being around his energy. This is the best thing that you can do, is take the action to be this person and let this fall away, because whatever this old scenario or situation is, it's not doing anything for you, but just dragging you down. And if you need more explanation, here you have the Seven of Wands. Again, what do we call these? I call these like the gutter people down here, right? They're like sticking up at her, and she's like, gee whiz, I'm just up here on my high plane doing my thing, and why you gotta mess with me, okay? And that's the thing that's going on here. Why let these people mess with you? Notice, she does not engage them at all. She has that wand, and she's like, no thank you. She's not running down the hill and poking at them. She's just like, no thank you. And that's the thing. You go on and do this. Do that charismatic, run the room, be you, be sparkly, be amazing, and turn and burn from these people. Let this go, okay? Because it's not who you are. And you can't involve yourself with stuff like that. So, all right, Pisces, I just want to see you be happy this week. Let this go, please, whatever this is. I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much for watching.